Jaime has stopped complaining about his work and traveling and other things. Maybe the bosses have had a word with him. I don't think Diego has had a word with me yet. Joke of the day, iPhone 11 is actually a good-looking phone. I've seen uglier.
iPhone 11 Pro.
Jaime, you need new tees. I definitely do. Jaime, you need a non-air sign for outside of your house or building when you're recording. Oh my god. Yes, please, on pre-order. That's right, it's that time of the week. I'm Jaime Rivera. This is Pocketnow, and yes, we've read your comments. You've wanted this video to come back. It's a funny story, but we stopped doing the recap because we had too many videos on YouTube, and it turns out that videos were not performing as well because of the excess of videos, which I consider to be a weird way for YouTube to be, up to the point where we've actually been considering having a second channel where the recap, in addition to other videos, would live. Let us know what you think about that possibility, because we have no problem in doing it. This is the Pocketnow Daily Recap. Your comments for this week. On Monday, this was before the Apple event, the topic was a Ming-Chi quote talking about the 2020 iPhones, everything they would bring, and making the iPhones that hadn't yet been announced look boring. I asked you, what did you think? We had 345 comments. Every year is next year for Apple. Apple needs to work with jailbreak people to get better iOS. You know, it's funny, but I think they did. They did many years ago with the first kid that ever jailbroke an iPhone. And that's the point where things actually started getting interesting. I forget who the guy's name was. It's been a long time, but iOS started getting better after that. Doesn't look any better, but at least it performs a lot better. Our best iPhone ever, LOL, pass. I would say it is, honestly, particularly from the video possibilities and capabilities. At least everything that's on paper looks great, but obviously we'll need to test it. Smartphone industry now came to saturation, no major upgrades. Well, technology, to a certain degree, hasn't really evolved much. But think about it. I mean, right now PC chips are not at the same level of efficiency of smartphone chips, so it's not like if things have been stagnating. I am so excited for the iPhone 11, as I will buy it 2 years later. Alright, that sounds like me whenever I see like a Porsche like driving by and I'm like, man, I want to have that car. But sadly, it's going to be that car within the next 10 years. Then on Tuesday, we had the iPhone event. We saw the weirdest names in smartphones. Samsung had that crown before, but now Apple wins it. Obviously, using the moniker Pro, it means a lot. Do you really get a Pro device? I asked you if the iPhone 11 Pro is Pro enough. We had 882 comments. 64GB base storage is ridiculous. 128GB should be the bare minimum for any flagship, particularly one that starts with the name Pro. Yes, I mean, come on, Galaxy Note 10, which currently costs the same amount of money, starts at 256GB. Apple, like seriously. This year's iPhone is ugly. Designers at Cupertino probably thought, we botched up the front with the notch, and people bought it. Let's mess up the back too and see if you buy it now. You know, the thing about it is, I thought the same thing. I mean, we had the prototypes. I didn't even do a video about the prototype because I found it to be so ugly, but it turned out that that dual glass layer that they did actually does not look bad at all. From the pictures, let me hold it in the next few days and I'll tell you more. Telephoto, night sight, and an 18-watt charger with a fidget spinner on the back. I did travel back in time to 2018 in January. P.S. Don't forget the 64GB storage in 2019, LOL. Yes, my god, when was 64GB a norm in Android phones? I think it's been like 3 years, probably, LG G6. I'm just happy to see that Apple finally dropped the price for their entry iPhone. That was major. Obviously not a pro topic, but still. To go back to $699, I think that Apple really bit the bullet and learned their lesson. Their phones were too expensive. They had to have at least a really good phone at an affordable price. And I'm not saying $699 is affordable, but you know, Apple sold iPhones for $650 for years, probably 5 generations at that price. $699 with inflation, you know, it's not that bad of a price if you ask me. Then on Wednesday, we decided to move away from Apple news because there were a ton of other news happening at the same time. We had more information on the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. I asked you if you cared about it because we continue to get teasers. The phone's going to be announced very soon. We had 348 comments. It's a shame all this drama between the US government and China. I was looking forward to the Mate 30 Pro. I'll just wait and see, which is I think what people are going to do. Everybody's going to wait and see if it ever gets Google apps. I'm only waiting for the Mate 30 Pro to see what t-shirt Jaime will be wearing when he reviews it. Oh man, we should start working on, I don't know, some sort of t-shirt that, Ideas in the comments? Mate 30 Pro is definitely going to take the top spot in photography. I'm happy that Pixel and iPhone are finally joining the 3-camera bandwagon. Can't wait for Pixel and iPhone to release their new phones in 2020. Alright, you first took it's two different tones in the same comment. I'll just say, yes, I'm glad that these two phones are also joining the triple cameras, and I wonder exactly what Huawei is going to do in 2020. I wonder if that's what you meant, because so am I. No Google Apps is the saddest line this year. Seriously, there is a way to install Google Apps on a Chinese phone. You can sideload them. It's not as bad as you think. The thing about it is, obviously, it's not going to perform as well as a phone that was designed to operate that way. Then on Thursday, the topic was the Pixel 4. Man, okay, your daily dose of leaks right now have been seriously like going to the supermarket and finding Pixel 4 leaks everywhere. We saw it being used to play PUBG. It performed really well. Obviously, we finally get more RAM on it, according to the leaks. I asked you what you thought. I mean, so far so good, I guess. 464 comments. Google Pixel 4 will come with a Stadia bundle, so yeah. Oh man, I actually pre-ordered that whole, launch edition of Stadia, so I'm hoping, well, it's not bad if they do, but man, I hope I get a refund. Google, we have a new phone, Pixel 4, that you know everything about. We finished. Thanks. Go home and wait for the leaks of the Pixel 5, which will most likely begin exactly the moment the event ends. My only concern is the Snapdragon 855. Why not using the latest 855 Plus? Well, it's more of a gaming improvement. It's not necessarily, it's like an iteration to the 855. So it's not like if the 855 is inferior. It's on the contrary, it's actually a great chip. I get your point. For the timing, that should be the chip, because the question is, aside from the ROG Phone 2, which other phone is going to launch with that chip? And the OnePlus 7T probably, according to the rumors. So yeah, it would be great if the Pixel, given its timeline, would launch with that chip as well. And then finally, Friday, OnePlus 7T rumors, in addition to some 7T Pro there. Other weird names. We had some information. I asked you what you thought about this phone. Are you anticipating it with everything that's launched? We had 378 comments. If they keep the price the same of the OnePlus 7, then the OnePlus 7T will be a hit. Yes, I don't think they would make it more expensive. They've raised the price like $30 here and there every single time for a launch. So I think that that's going to happen. 7T with a 1440p display without a curved screen would be nice. Yes, I have to agree. Don't get me wrong, I like the curved screen on the 7T Pro. It's just, it was a large phone to handle. It was really complicated. And so, no, I'm good with the 7 Pro. I think releasing a T variant this year would be a mistake. I think not. I feel that this second launch timeframe has helped OnePlus regain a little popularity every single time for the cycle of the fall and the cycle of the spring. So there's a purpose for that launch. Don't think that it's just for them to launch another phone. Introducing the iPhone XS and the OnePlus 6T TT. Agreed. But anyways, I feel that OnePlus has been really killing it. Obviously, their phones are not perfect. No device is. But I love the effort that they're putting, and my God, they've really dominated the United States. For the first time, I've gone to bars, and I guess that 1 out of every 5 phones that I see in certain cases in either Queens or Brooklyn are a OnePlus, which is major. I've also seen a lot of Galaxies this year, so that's a step in the right direction. This society should not be all about iPhones, seriously. That's it for the Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let us know in the comments, what would you think about the possibility of a second channel where the recap would live, possibly the weekly in its full form, probably a longer video. We've been really pondering this idea because, again, we want our videos to perform well on the main channel, but it's a problem when we oversaturate the channel. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't know why YouTube does this, but in the end, we just want our content to be in as much eyeballs as possible. So let us know what you think, and if you want your comments to be featured, keep them short, stick to the point, and try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. Also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel as well for more videos like this one. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.